right, we're back, and we're going to go ahead and work on this area right here. I'm not putting the original heater box in here. I'm going to do an aftermarket. From what I understand, they have a delete plate to cover up the heater box area, the large one in front of you, and also the round one to the left. That's fine, but I'm going to make my own. Before I do that, I have some miscellaneous projects to do on the car real quick. All right, this is one of the miscellaneous portions of the this video. It's the roof. It has to be stripped. So let's strip it. And there you have it. That wasn't too bad. I think we got one more thing to do. I think we got to paint it. Boom! All done. And that's how you do a roof. Sand it, strip it, sand it, paint it. Right now I was going to go ahead and put some kind of bonding adhesive right here, here, and then up and down right there. So I went out and bought some. Boom, I went to O'Reilly's and bought this 3M DVH dampening material. I got the idea from Mr. Fireman 164. Go check out his YouTube channel. He does really detailed work. Also, Bob Perez. Thanks again for answering that question on the email. So let's go ahead and put this in the gun and apply it. All right, it is all done. I just put it in contact points. So it's going to more or less hold down or secure the roof to the cross members. That way you won't have that noise vibration or I guess called a flutter effect. I don't know. Anyways, it's all done. It's good to go. Make sure you read the instructions. This stuff is pretty toxic if you don't have the right, personal protective equipment. All right. To start on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and measure this, and I measured it, and it comes out to roughly 4.5. I'm just calling it 4.5. Anyways, I measured off 5 1/4, so that give me a lip. Remember, I got to put a lip over here. I'll do the same thing over here. So it just wraps around this edge. So I measured it off 5 1/4 on each of these lines. All right, since I'm going with 5 1/4 instead of 4.5, because that's exactly on the circumference of the hole, I want that lip. I went with 2 5/8 as the halfway point. So I punched a hole so my compass could just sit right in there and mark up the metal. For some reason it keeps moving, so I made the hole in the middle too big, but pretty much I get a circular pattern. All right, that's good enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. There you have it, the wheel, or the plate. Just got to measure it off, make sure I got the right spot, and then start bending it over so I get that lip. All right, this is just a rough cut. It's a little harder to get that edge, but it's just a big bottle cap, basically. But anyways, I got to clean it up and make it look presentable. And then I'll be right back. More presentable. Not much, but you know, it's a work in progress. But I went ahead and made a template for this side. There it is, the template. All right, what I did is I, just taped it up there, used a Sharpie, then cut it out. Then I took it over to a piece of 18 gauge sheet metal and pretty much drew out my outline right there. And I'm going to cut it out. And what I did is I put a 1/4 inch all the way around so I can use that to bend over the lip. So let's go ahead and cut this out. All right, there it is all cut out. I put a lip all the way around, a 1/4 inch, where I need to bend the metal over to get that lip that I want. So we're going to go ahead and hammer and dolly it out and be back in a minute. All right, here's the rough cut of the larger hole where the heater box goes. Like I said, it's a rough cut. Not bad. I'm gonna weld a piece on here that'll fill in this, weld it to this. It'll fit in perfect. I do have a question before I move on. I know they sell that big piece of metal that stretches out all over this and covers up all these holes, or somewhat, maybe not these. My question to you guys is, should I go ahead and just plug these up, weld them up? Same with this. This looks more significant than these do. I don't know, wires come through here or not. Somebody answer that, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, I need to clean this up and then we'll go ahead and weld it on. All right, it's all welded on. Well, actually, it's not welded on. I lied. What I did is I just put a couple tack welds. 4 in there, 4 in here, or more. And I'm not gonna weld it in permanently until I get some answers back and I get more or less a warm and fuzzy on this whole area. What I did is I did number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the holes. So if you say, oh yeah, plug up 2 and 3 or 6, you won't need those. That would be great. So answer that question. I appreciate it. Other than that, I'm just going to leave it like that for a while until I get more information and I'll move on. So, hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on another part of the car.